On the discussion on magnetism and matter, we have discussed a lot of things about this. We discussed bar magnets, its magnetic field on axial equatorial line and properties of bar magnet. During the discussion on properties of bar magnet, we discussed a point. When a magnet is freely suspended, it aligns itself in north-south direction. Why this magnet always align itself in north-south direction? So in this video, today we try to find out the reason behind this. Earth behaves like a huge magnet. Exact cause of this is not known, but the proof of this is there. We know that when a magnet is freely suspended, then it aligns itself in north-south direction. That is due to magnetism of Earth, or you can say geomagnetism or terrestrial magnetism. This theory was proposed by Gilbert in 1600. Now let's try to find out the cause of Earth magnetism. As I told you earlier, the exact cause of Earth magnetism is not known, but some theories are given. According to earliest theory on Earth magnetism, Earth have a large amount of magnetic substances at its core. But this theory was rejected because the substances at the core of Earth are in molten state, and in molten state, magnetic field cannot stay, and Earth shouldn't have its magnetic field, but it is. Another theory explains that atmosphere is consist of a large number of ions, which rotates along the rotation of Earth, due to which high current is produced, and it behaves like a circular loop or loop of current, and that's why Earth have its magnetic field. There is another effect according to which Earth have large amount of charged fluid that is rotating along with the rotation of Earth, and hence a large current is built up, due to which it behaves like a huge magnet. This effect is known as dynamo effect. Now from all these points, it seems that Earth's magnetism is due to rotation of Earth, as the large amount of charge, whether it is outside the Earth or inside at the core of the Earth, that is rotating along with the rotation of Earth. But there is no proof about this because we cannot stop Earth, and if we are not able to stop Earth, we cannot measure this kind of magnetic field. Some theories also proposed that magnetic field of Earth is due to the magnetic field of Sun, because Earth is itself the part of Sun. So from all these theories and all those views, we can say that exact cause of Earth magnetism is not known. Cause of Earth magnetism are known or not known till now, but one truth is that Earth have its own magnetic field. So can we measure the magnetic field of Earth, and what are the factors with the help of which we can measure the magnetism of Earth? Some elements are defined, and the physical quantities which represents the magnetic field due to Earth at a point completely are known as elements of Earth magnetism. These elements of Earth magnetism are magnetic declination, magnetic inclination or dip, and horizontal component of magnetic field. Before discussing these three elements, let us try to find out some simple definitions related to these points. We know that Earth have two poles. One is known as North Pole and another is known as South Pole. The line passing through geographical north to geographical south is known as geographical axis, and the plane which passes through this line, that is geographical axis, is known as geographical meridian. Similarly, when a line passes through magnetic north pole to magnetic south pole, then this line is known as magnetic axis, and the plane which is passing through this is known as magnetic meridian. Now it is observed that geographical axis and magnetic axis are inclined at some angle with each other. Then this angle is known as magnetic declination. It is also the angle between geographical meridian and magnetic meridian. It is simply represented by theta. Now from here it is observed that magnetic lines of force continuously changing its angle with the surface of Earth. Now what the angle this line makes with the horizontal of Earth at that point is known as magnetic inclination or magnetic dip. This angle can be observed by placing a magnetic needle at that point and leave it freely. Then it starts rotating along vertical direction. Now this needle aligns itself according to the direction of magnetic field. Now this angle made with the horizontal line is the angle of dip, which is 0 at equator and 90 degree at pole. Since magnetic field is continuously changing angle of dip, so we can split this magnetic field into two components. One is known as horizontal component and another is known as vertical component. Now the magnetic field along horizontal line is known as horizontal component of magnetic field, and the magnetic field along vertical line is known as vertical component of magnetic field. Let's try to understand these elements of earth magnetism. First one, we discussed about magnetic declination. This is the angle made by magnetic axis with geographic axis. If say this is the geographic axis and this is magnetic axis, the angle between these two axes is known as magnetic declination. It is represented by theta. So we can represent this angle with the help of theta. Second one, we discussed about magnetic inclination or dip. This is represented by delta. If this is earth and this is the horizontal of earth, that is if we draw a tangent on the surface of earth, then we get horizontal on the surface of earth, and here is the direction of magnetic field, this is the direction of magnetic field. Then if this is the angle between horizontal and magnetic field, then in that case this is the magnetic inclination or dip. So this is the delta. If we split this magnetic field into two components, say this is the magnetic field, say B, and we split this into two components, one along horizontal direction, this is delta, this was the horizontal and this is the magnetic field, and this is vertical component. Then we know that this horizontal component H will be equal to B cos delta, and this vertical component will be equal to B sin delta. So this is the third component, that is horizontal component of magnetic field. We get the ratio of these two as B sin delta divided by B cos delta. Cancelling B with B, we get tangent delta, and the resultant of these two fields will give the net magnetic field at any place, that B will be equal to V square plus H square under the root. So this was the third component, that is horizontal component of earth magnetism. So all these three elements represents the magnetic field at any point completely. Now we know that magnetic field lines are there, that is due to earth's magnetic field as well as for the bar magnet. What happens if we place a bar magnet in the magnetic field of earth? Then we know that they exert lateral pressure on each other. Then there will be some neutral point where magnetic field of earth is neutralized by the magnetic field of bar magnet. This is the point at which there is no field. So the point where no magnetic field is detected is known as neutral point. If you place a compass at that point, you will observe no field. This neutral point may depend upon various factors. What are the factors? Let us try to find out all those. Neutral points when magnet placed with its north pole towards north of the earth. For that, let us consider a bar magnet with magnetic moment capital M and dipole length, that is 2L. The magnetic field around bar magnet is as shown in this figure. Here is the geographical north pole and here is the geographical south pole. If we draw more magnetic lines of force and so these are the two neutral points, say N1 and N2. If d be the distance of each neutral point, say average distance is d, if say this is d1 and from the center and this is d2 from this point, then we can say that if d be the average distance between these 2 points, that is d1 by d2, then from here it is clear that these points, which are the neutral points, lies on the equatorial line of this bar magnet. And we know that for equatorial line, magnetic field B is represented by mu naught by 4 pi magnetic moment m divided by d square plus L square. L is the length of this, 2L is the length, so half length is L, raised to the power 3 by 2. Can say that BH, that will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi m divided by d square plus L square raised to the power 3 by 2. Knowing the value of BH and D from here, we can find out the magnetic moment also. Then magnetic moment will be equal to 4 pi here. Then in that case, that will be 4 pi divided by mu naught, and that is d square plus L square raised to the power 3 by 2, and this is BH. Now the second case, in which magnet placed with its south pole towards north of Earth. This time south is towards north. Here is the geographical north as in previous case, and here is the geographical south pole. We can draw like this. Then the neutral points will be on these points. So these are these points, these neutral points this time lies on the axial line. Then if say d1 is the distance of first neutral point and d2 is the distance of second neutral point from this, then in that case we can write, if d is the average distance, then in that case d1 d2 divided by 2 is the average distance between of these two neutral points from the magnet. As we know that magnetic field B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. For axial line, magnetic field is 2m small d, d square minus L square raised to the power 2. We know that at neutral point B is equal to BH, so we can write this BH, that will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2md divided by d square minus L square raised to the power 2. Similarly, as in previous case, we can find out the magnetic moment here also. Then magnetic moment m, that will be equal to this 4 pi divided by mu naught d square minus L square raised to the power 2. We can make a special case here. If dipole is short, d is greater than, then in that case d will be greater than this dipole length. Then in that case we can write this this B, that will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi and 2m divided by dq, which is BH. And similarly we can find out magnetic moment from here also. So from here it is clear that position of neutral point depends upon the orientation of bar magnet placed in magnetic field of Earth. Is it true for all the substances on Earth? Are all the substances are magnetic or other type? What are the effects of placing different substances in magnetic field, and what are the different theories? All these points I will discuss in next lecture. If you have any doubt or question, you can write me on my Telegram channel Bhautik IQ, or you can comment inside the YouTube comment section. So if you want to continue with me, you can click on red subscribe button and press the notification icon so you get notification for all future lectures. Thank you very much.